100 metres here for the Defender 90. Tonight's racing brought to you by Land Rover. Away we go. And Azuz was slow. Could that be his race done and dusted? He's a horse that does like to lead. So it is a sensation here in the early part of the race. A.R. Amira away fast with up there as well, Jap Malawi. Then came next in running out on the outside was a Naif, followed there by Haddaf wathba, El Nino, Fakir to the rail. Octave was deeper out from Rich Pool's pitch. Then came Farah, who's just worse than midfield at the moment. A.F. Thawati next to him up on the running rail, going a little bit tardy at the moment, was Arkan Al Wathba up on the fence. He's just dropped a little bit. Azuz now attaches himself to the back of the field. His stablemate behind him, Unlimited, at the back with Speed Awam. It's Jap Malawi, a length and a half in advance of Naif. Deeper out, working up into the race, Haddaf Al Wathba. Fakir still sits fourth the rail from A.R. Amira. Then came El Nino, Octave. Up on the inside, still tracking into it okay now was Arkan Al Wathba as they swing the bend. Azuz still working through runners here, but still with half a dozen to pick up at least. Next in running was A.F. Mutalik. From next out there was Farah along with Octave as Haddaf Al Wathba takes over here in the final 250 metres. A.R. Amira, A.F. Thawati trying to get on level terms. It's Haddaf Al Wathba and Saif Al Balushi still a length and a half in advance of A.R. Amira, trying to get on level terms here. It's a Haddaf Al Wathba from A.R. Amira. A.R. Amira tries ever so hard, but cannot get Haddaf Al Wathba. The winner by 3/4 of a length. A.R. Amira second from A.F. Thawati, and Fakir stuck on gamely for fourth. Next over there in running was Arkan Al Wathba, who got out late and did his best work in the final stages. And El Nino was next from Naif, Unlimited, Azuz. His race costly there at the start. Farah was next over from Mutalik. Then came Octave and Rich Pool's pitch, along with Speed Awam, the last two home. Saif Al Balushi and Khalifa Al Nayedi combined with Haddaf Al Wathba. The 5-year-old Entire by Shate going on to win. 3/4 of a length there, about or roundabouts on the line, beating home A.R. Amira, who tried very, very hard with the lightweight to make it 2 wins in quick succession after a debut maiden win at Sharjah. But Saif Al Balushi rewarded with a win here in the opening race from Meydan.
Multiple representatives for Haddaf Al Wathba and Yas Racing. And Megan, you were talking about the trip being key to this horse's chances today.
Yeah, well, stepping back up in trip has certainly helped him. He's been able to travel that little bit better and closer to the pace. He was sort of pitched a little bit wide, but from stall 7, that's not a shot, but had a nice clear passage and kicked off the bend. He wasn't for catching.
And A.R. Amira stuck on well after that one run so far under her belt at Sharjah.
Yeah, she's certainly improved, and again, stepping back up in trip looks to have helped her. One or two that caught the eye, finishing well. Jap Malawi was one that couldn't get to the front, but actually managed to finish well from a pretty bad pitch.
We spoke beforehand when we were looking at the horses in the pre-parading. In fact, Charlie Bennett said it himself about Azuz. Can miss the kick this time. Actually ran quite well in the circumstances again.
Yeah, all things considered, wasn't disgraced, but that start is so important, especially on the dirt. And as we know, this horse has had a little bit of inconsistency before, and he unfortunately missed the break and game was over from the start.
But in the end, even though A.R. Amir was always making that little bit of ground, you never felt was going to go past the winner.
No, I think that Saif Al Balushi had got it sort of sewn up off the bend. He's nicked a couple of important lengths, and they weren't for catching then. It was probably a little bit snug in the end.
Yeah, down on the inside, Fakir, who was drawn in 1, kept to the inside all the way through the race, has run okay. Finished back in 4th. A.R. Thawati was back in 3rd, and as Megan mentioned, JP Malawi was back in 5th. Arkan Al Wathba in 6th. But the winner, always to the fore, had enough in hand to see off all his rivals. It's a win in the Yas Racing colours for Haddaf Al Wathba.
Numbers in the Defender 90 over 1,400 metres, 9:16.4.14. Haddaf Al Wathba, winner's time 1:32.84, margins 3/4 by a length and 3/4, 9:16.4.14 in the opener.
It is time to welcome back our first winner this evening on a 9-race card sponsored by Altair Motors. The first race, the Defender 90, won by the 5-year-old chestnut horse by Shate out of Chacha de Gazal. In the colours of Yaz Racing, trained by Khalifa Al Niadi and ridden by Saif Al Balushi. A round of applause for your first winner of the night, Haddaf Al Wathba.